take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the real that's jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro, pay 5-day stay, take off for the meal, hella fire. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the hot bag. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions, I'm back. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, the fun with tongue real. Take off the sugar, take off the dojo, take off the broken bag. Take all that designer bullshit off and what do you have?
You ugly as fuck.
You out of pocket.
2 ATMs, you stepping to what?
You out of pocket.
Who you think they talk about? Talk about us.
You out of pocket.
Who you think they carry up for us?
You out of pocket.
The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits are vanished, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants niggas and bitches to sleep in the box while they making a mockery. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi. Take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the real that's jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top off. Take off the fabricate streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro, pay 5-day stay, take off for the meal, hella fire. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the hot bag. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions, I'm back. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic, the fun with tongue real.
Y'all, get in the room. Immediately, get in here. Get in here because we are going to give it to you tonight. And we're not going to drag it like they dragged it last night. We're actually going to come with the facts, the meat of what happened on last night's episode, y'all. If y'all are missing out on the live reaction for Married at First Sight that we do every Tuesday night, what are you doing? Get your life together and be here next Tuesday and every Tuesday after that while this 52 episode season is on, and get your life, okay? That's what I want you to do. But of course, we're back to talk episode 14 of Married at First Sight, season 18, the lies, the lies, the lies. And y'all see her over here, the busty Nubian goddess. Where's Dane at? And she's here, Tyra, over at Struggle Reviews. How are you doing, sis? And are you ready to get into it?
What's to be ready? We didn't get what we wanted, but we got just enough to talk some ish tonight. Cause what divorce paper? Paper? All right.
I just want the tramp to go home. I want the hussy to expeditiously exit stage right, y'all. But we are here. Who is in the building? Say hello. Say hello. It's good to see everybody. I see TG in the building. What's going on, TG? Hey, Darfalina. What's good? What's good? Yes, everybody come in. Hit the like. Hit the subscribe on your way in, okay? Hey, Toshiba, what's going on? What's going on? But we are not going to belabor the point. We're not, like I said, we're not going to drag it. We're going to dive right into these couples. Then we're going to go to the retreat and talk about what happened there because that's how they played in our face. If you're not over in the Discord, again, what are you doing? Y'all see the QR code, scan it, and come over, okay? And be a part of the family, be a part of the collective community over there. But first, Tyra, I wanted to start it out with one of the driest couples. Like I told y'all last night, and I said in my recap, if I'm playing spades, it's the only possible I got in my hand, right? This season, I can't even go board. I can't even get 4 books. Tyra, are you a spades player? But yeah, this is barely a possible, and I feel like every day Camille is doing her damnedest to derail this situation. Was her ask justified? Her wanting him to lead as far as determining where they're going to live post decision day?
First of all, just leave me outside of the cookout because no, I do not play spades. Second, I don't know. Like, it's like we're creating problems where we don't have to. I feel like she's pretty direct in every other facet of their relationship, so I don't know why we're picking this one thing, but it kind of seems like we're nitpicking. It always leads back to like his manhood or lack thereof, or like he's not, forceful with it. He's something's not strong enough for her for whatever, she was accustomed to. Like, I need you to tell me, I need you to be more commanding, I need you to be this, forward presenting. I need you to be this in the bedroom. Like, girl, what do you want? I can only, give and sacrifice so much. Like, this is at the end of the day, this is who I am. And I feel like we don't see it because I don't think we see Camille as for whatever she feels like she's presenting, because the energy, I don't know if she presents herself differently depending on the type of man that she's with, but it gives like we're even. I don't
Very
know,
much
like
aligned.
the the ninja she looking for, because I ain't gonna say the other word, like, as I just don't see it, and it just seems like she's digging at something. I didn't understand why we just couldn't say, hey babe, when this is all over, where do you think we should live? What moves do you want to make exactly? And it's kind of like she felt like she was mowing around and getting clues. Like, it's like you being mad at your man and you wanting them to guess what's wrong with you. Like, baby, it don't work like that. Like, just tell me. I need more of a divisive answer. I need something solidified. As soon as the show's over, we're gonna move with you, or we're gonna move. And it's just like she's taking that as, where is he as serious? Is this okay? Am I comfortable? Something's lacking here, but it's like you're kind of making it not lack. I feel like either you can give a direct answer and get one back, or you just gonna be in the middle, in between, kind of self sabotaging a little bit.
Very much so self-sabotaging because they're both the same level of bland as them sweet potatoes that she had on that cookie sheet. Like, you're not giving spice, honey. You're not giving round the listen. She's not giving Salt Bay. She's not giving round the way girl. It's not giving any of that. And I honestly believe Thomas's hesitation centers around him not being confident that she really wants him. How am I going to make a life-changing decision for this woman who I don't really know if she likes me like that? Like I said in my video, he talks in the speaker box, but I mean, she still ain't on that microphone, Tyra. Like, how do I know that she really, really likes me? Like, Camille, I think, has this image in her mind of what this man is that she was gonna marry. But girl, why come on Married at First Sight? I think everyone does themselves a disservice if they don't give 110% during these 8 weeks. It could never happen, right? The attraction may not ever happen, and that's okay, Camille, if that's what it is. But if you're gonna try, sis, I need you to really try. This man haven't shown you anything wrong. Like, not that we've seen.
I think it's more defined because everybody else's relationship is so crap as far as especially their partners. So when you see somebody giving effort, being, patient, serving you sexually, and, kind of accommodate you in any way that they can, it's just like, girl, look, it's slim pickings this season. At two, Camille, y'all not gonna make it either. Like, I told you from the beginning, I had faith in no one. And I'm sorry, she does not project. I really love, like, ooh, like, it's not like your favorite word. It's not steam heat, it's not steam heat. I really don't think she like him like that. I think she wants to, and maybe she's trying because she knows that there is such potential in Thomas, but I really don't think that she likes him like that.
I don't either. And I think he feels that. You can't help but to feel it. Like Carla says in the after show, you know when somebody wants you. You know when somebody will drink your dirty bath water. You know that. And this doesn't give any of that for me. And her face is always tuned up. And I don't know. And I do think that she presents differently with him. Because I will say that when we get to see her later on, and it's and didn't and
And
won't
didn't, and
and not,
did, and
you know,
would, cause
like
what? These hands on the back of Akichi's neck, your mama. It's like, what?
it doesn't give that with Thomas. And so I'm wondering if she feels like she's diminishing herself while she's with him to be more palatable. But he's never asked that. So if she's doing that, I feel like that's her own hangups. What do you think?
Absolutely. Like, there is a sense of I told you when he showed up in that Joker suit and she was like, girl, like, ooh, like, y'all better get him. Like, I was like, I ain't never seen, like, no, sister neck over there with Thomas. I ain't never seen it, but and I don't know why, because I don't think it would be I don't think it would be a turnoff or a problem with Thomas. I don't know if she thinks that makes her look immature or something, or less ladylike, where she's younger than him. Like, I don't know why she would be, But I don't think it's too far. I think this is very much so her. I think they're the same amount of beige pillow together. They're both bland and boring. Like I don't know what the issue is. And maybe that's her
Yo.
issue. She wants something in strong contrast to her that's gonna wake her up. So she's equating that with, I just need a hood dude with some flavor because I lack it. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's the balance. Maybe she's used to that. You know what I mean? I just, I center my blackness around the black man that I'm with. And that could be a thing as well. I don't know, Camille, but I really don't want her to sabotage something that could potentially be great for her, for something that's never worked for her in the past. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Shayna, what's going on, sis? Good to see you. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you, girl. Thank you for being here. Next, let's ease on down the road. And of course, like I said, we will be covering the retreat separately at the end. We're just going to dive into these couples though right now. And now we have Allan and Madison. This streetwalker, this tramp, this hussy, this heifer, this woman of ill repute, this woman of the night. I'm going to call her a woman of the night. Yeah. I'm going to call her a bunny hopper. I don't want to go Dr. Umar, but I feel it in my spirit because I think she is just the worst of the worst. We had Allan and Madison this episode yet again. We're changing him. We're changing his crooked smile, honey, and we are buying him new clothes. Well, actually, you're not buying him new clothes. He's buying he's spinning his own bag because he's got bread, unlike the basement dweller that you're absconding with. But late nights and early exits, as the episode opens, honey, we see her creeping in like she just missed curfew. Okay, shoes off at the door and she's tiptoeing, but he has something for her because Allan on the couch. He said, "You're not gonna miss this. Like I'm not gonna miss you coming in with your late arrivals." And apparently, Tyra, this is the new normal. This is her new pattern. So I want to know from you, girl, what is she doing out there in the streets of Chicago outside of poetry? And what do you think of him spending this bag? Again, like this man said he would cut off his own toe if it would make Madison happy.
First of all, she ain't hanging out with no damn friends. At this moment, you are not hanging out with no friends. You going over there visiting that basement dweller, as Ashley loves to call him, on that second shift job, getting it in when he's on break. Like you're waiting in the parking lot, Madison. We all know it. We all know it. Okay, y'all sitting in the car talking. You bringing him tacos because Biggie loves to eat. Okay, and y'all sitting in there. He's bouncing them curls in your face, and you bouncing on the D in the parking lot in the backseat of the car. Okay, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Like they're spending time with each other. Do you like maybe every now and again in all these moments? Because he's like, yeah, it's about 3 times a week. Maybe have one of those 3 times out of that week with your friends. And this is just my getaway. And I'm not with the toxicity that's happening here. When she's the one presenting it like there, Allan don't do nothing but lean and bend to her whim. Like, and it's just like, well, yeah, I just got to get out, and that's me, hanging out with my friends, and I just thought it was cool. And I didn't want to talk about Dr. Pia because go away with me. Go. I really don't like Dr. Pia. I really don't like Dr. Pia. Like, and that's just what it is. And I just wish that he would really confront her. If he wasn't so busy and so desperate trying to be up her tight ass, then he could say, this is what it is. Like, well, he want to be up there so bad. He's just willing. Oh, okay. Well, I'm fine with it. I think it's okay if she goes out 3 times a week with her friends, and I can't even lay next to her in the bed, let alone smell her box. She can't hug me. She can't kiss me. She can't spend any quality time with me. When she does, it's something that she wants to do on her time, and she gonna always make sure I'm 5 feet away from her. Like, I'm just so sad for him. I'm so sad for him because why we okay? You want to go out and be a harlot and be sleeping with David in the parking lot of his second shift job? Fine, but to drag him to the stores, give him some hope. Like if I get my looks together, my wardrobe, dress more appropriate to her liking, completely just disregard my own personal style and interests, I'm gonna do it because this is what Madison wants, and I just want on that energy. I want this marriage to work. Whatever. The teeth was tea too much for me. The teeth were too much. The teeth were too much. I wish we would have had the bulk of that conversation to really see how it went. Like, did she really say, well, your smile is an issue. Can you do like an Invisalign situation and get that corrected? Maybe then I could, be more attracted to you, but your teeth are a problem. Or was it just like some slight mention like, well, you smile. And it's just like, oh, I can do something about that. I can go get like, whose choice was it? Because that's a bold thing. I really feel like it was her.
I do. You know, she mentioned it, and I think just his desire to be chosen is like wild to me because Alan is willing to go to any lengths to do anything basically to be in his good grace or to be in her good graces. And it breaks my heart because we all know, everyone who watches this show knows and understands that there is no world where Alan has a chance with Madison. She will never. There's no limit to what he could do. There's no amount of money he could spend. There's no cosmetic changes he could make that would ever make her want him. And while she's dropping the clues that we'll never be together, it's like she's still dangling this carrot of we could possibly still be together. But no, you want to change your teeth for you though, right? Because that's going to make you a better person. Like, because this, I don't know, forever's a mighty long time. I don't think I got it in me, but I think he just wants it so bad. And I think because he's moving with pure motivation, he can't see that she is just a despicable whore of Babylon, Tyra. He can't, I don't think he can fathom that she would get on national TV in 8 weeks behave like this. I said, is she so hot in the cootie that she couldn't wait 8 weeks?
But he knows though, Ash, when he said like you're giving that and she completely turned it into something else, but like, no, I don't think you're quite done with that nightlife and having your way yet. I don't think you want to be married. You're, kind of giving this party girl, shaking your ass, type of energy, as he said it. Like, and he knows, like, I'm having dreams about you and X, Y, and Z, and like, this, like, you are just throwing your own intuition on the ground, just at the aspect that she might like you a little bit when she's giving you nothing but a race car track in the front of the bakery frozen section, 3-day-old birthday cake. Alan, please.
It's pathetic at this point, and I just want him to stand up. But I will say I can't blame it fully on him because she is still doing this leading thing. Like, oh, Alan, there's a chance. Oh, I'm really trying. I really would love this to work. Oh, no, you
Give
wouldn't.
Alan
And
a
go
little
with him.
inch, she's gonna take a whole mile.
Yeah, and it's the duplicity for me because I think there was a way to do this. I think there was a way to not stay married to Alan, but not embarrass yourself, shame yourself, and disrespect this man on international television. It's just a terrible look in my mind, Tyra.
Mhm. It's awful, and I just, she's so good at it. She's so where David is a terrible liar, an awful liar. She's very good and very comfortable and convincing. It's alarming, actually.
Oh yeah, because when he got his prophetic dream from the Lord, telling him what's about to exactly happen, she's there with a straight face, like, "Oh no, I didn't know you felt that way, whore. You know what you're doing right now." And
Or
whore, mean girl moment. But yeah, and I'm like, hey, girl, you're a piece of work. She might be the worst. I said she's worse than Ikechi. I think she is. Because to smile in this man's face, knowing the things that you are doing with that dingaling over there, I can't do it. I have no respect for you, man. Easing on down the road, we know that last week they met up with the tantric teacher with a t-shirt and no panties on. And now we are here to meet with the tarot card reader, one of Carla's spiritual advisors who don't know anything either. And again, they're just stale, dry, not boring, but boring. Sorry for the typo. But yeah, I don't know where's Waldo, Pancho Villa. Like, I don't know what Juan was trying to accomplish with this last night, but he's so damn unserious, Tyra. What is he doing at this? Is he just playing at this point?
Juan just walk around like, like he a whole just one man mariachi band. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? He hasn't taken her seriously since really during the honeymoon. That's when he kind of, he just hasn't, and nothing's progressed for her financially or ambition wise or her having a job prospect. So he lost all interest. I don't know who these shaman, tarot card, yoga, who are these experts, Carla? Because they need to tell you that it's not there. And she knows that it isn't there. I'm so sick of Carla doing the cuddles and kisses, and they're very repetitive. They all say the same thing every single episode. It's just one revolving door of nothingness. Like, it's just, and they're like roommates. And they come in and kiki and like, oh, hey buddy, like you want coffee? Yeah, coffee. Yeah, like there's no even like an emblem of like at least even with like our diabolical situations, they're at least like pretending like they're fighting for something,
Mhm.
but like there's nothing here. And I really don't feel like Carla even wants one show. I
I
don't think
don't either. I think at this point it's just like she says in the after show, she's like, you know, when somebody wants you, he just doesn't like me. Like, you know, I'm just basically I feel like Carla's just biding her time. She's like, well, I have a place to live for these 8 weeks. You know, I don't have to immediately run out and find gainful employment. So, I mean, I'm gonna sit here but at least they're nice to each other. At least, you know, they're buddies. Cause I'm like, is this your brother? Is this your cousin? Like, it gives very familial relations between these two. And I'm really just bored. He basically meets with his friend. They go play soccer and he tells his friend, listen, it smells like a forest fire in the apartment. She's burning all of these elements in the house. There's rocks and stones and bricks everywhere. He said it's too much for me. I can't handle it. Tyra, is that really his issue? Is her spiritual side really his issue with Carla, or is it still just her being jobless?
But
I mean,
okay. um I think it's a little bit of both. I think he attaches it to her like unseriousness because he's not a believer, even though she says in the after like he has a whole brother who's into the whole. So yeah, one show and his brother totally different. Clearly, he's like, yeah, I'm not a believer in all of that. She's like, she running around burning sage incense, hugging trees. Like, I think he made a joke a couple of episodes ago, like, I guess Carla's gonna go hug a tree. Like, he doesn't take her serious, not even her spirituality, which is also alarming in itself because that's something that's her complete core and her center.
mhm,
So he's not taking anything of you and adding value or just, you know what, even if that's not my thing, I appreciate the aspects of what Carla and her spirituality could bring to my life. Just like, girl, go somewhere away. Get away from me with that BS. Do you have a job or not? And that's just all it is. And I think Carla's issue is Carla's very pretty. I think she's not used to kind of, I'm not being fond of her. Like, you don't adore me. Like, you don't want to kiss and hug me and be all over me. Like, what's going on? It's just like, yeah, you're not giving me emotional support. You're not giving me financial support. So we just gonna sleep in separate bedrooms.
yeah, we're just gonna stick this out. And I get that. And I what you pointed out, I think is very significant and telling because Juan isn't this perfect guy. Like, I mean, he's treating her with, I guess, a modicum of decency. But I mean, he's called her kind of crazy. And why he said you can't be stupid and dumb. Like, I mean, he's said some wild things to her.
Yeah.
And the idea that she really does her identity is solely centered around her spirituality and the fact that he doesn't pay that dust is very telling as far as how he considers her and what he views her as. And y'all know I'm not a huge Carla fan, but at the end of the day, everybody wants to be seen. You know what I mean? And I don't think he's taken the time to really see her for who she is.
Yeah, every time they're together and they like, so what's going on with it? The fact that the group has to like, no, for real, one, get what's happening with y'all. Like, we want a serious
Have
answer.
fun.
I don't think he's really said much of anything then. It's just nothing to say.
No. And I'm glad she dropped the coy act. I think she figured out very quickly, like at the wedding, when she was like, so do you love me already? Are you going to serve me? Are you going to? Like, girl, that's not working over
No,
here.
that is not one.
No,
Even if you
baby.
had a job, he would.
Baby, it just was never gonna be him. Never gonna be Baldy Juan. Never gonna be Baldy. Next we are easing down the road to Emem and Ikechi because initially, and I had to get this picture. Do y'all see Emem's face on the right side of your screen? Maybe left, depending on your perspective. But this was my face throughout the entire interaction. This is my face whenever I see the gout-ridden Cankle King of Chicago in any capacity. That's my face. Because what are you doing here? And it's Black History Month, and I'm about to read this black man, y'all. So forgive me in advance, but he's not one of us. He ain't like us. Ain't that what Kendrick said? He not like us. Like, I just stunts and further disrespect. So we meet with Dr. Pia, and I'm alarmed at this point at the lack of awareness, situational awareness, emotional awareness that Dr. Pia has in this space. Because she sees them interact and says, "Oh, this is toxic." Ho, you ain't know it was toxic before. You ain't smell the toxicity when he was calling her an a-hole and talking about she was a predator and all of that. But now, now you see the toxicity. So anyway, she meets with MM first. MM gets there and she is basically like, well, where's your husband? Heifer, don't ask me about that man. Call him. I'm not his keeper. He's in Houston at homecoming having big fun with the wretched. Tyra, if you are in
a big fun with the wretched.
with the wretched, big fun. Talk to me about Dr. Pia's approach to MM before Ikechi even gets in the room because I was immediately pissed off.
It's the same. It's the same as that raggedy phone call. It's like she's holding her accountable for the entire relationship. I seriously doubt she is hitting up Ikechi about a damn thing. I don't think she calls that man. I don't think she inquires about the relationship. Okay, well, I called the wife and she said X, Y, and Z. Why aren't you there? Why aren't you guys cohabitating? It's all up to MM to hold all the cards, know where he is, because they had that one little meeting where it was like, oh, you just need to bend to his will. Like emotionally, you have to make sure he's okay. And you kind of just got this kid gloves like energy. It's just like, no, that's not on me. That's not on me. Is that supposed to be just the job? Even if this was a husband-wife situation, he still has to show up. So why are you bombarding me with questions like I got this little Ninja Turtle in my back pocket? I don't.
Because who's supposed to be keeping? Why didn't you call him? You call him and see if he answers for you. Because when Ikechi walks in, she gets up, greets Ikechi, Pia, hugs Pia, and sits down. It's like, you're not going to acknowledge your wife? Yeah, no, I'm not. I despise her. Sitting there just like a little boy on the playground and somebody stole his ball. He gets there and he proceeds to say, listen, I needed solitude and safety. So no, I wasn't answering my phone. I was minding my black-owned hotep business, sleeping on my mama couch because I still don't have a place to reside of my own. But he gets there and he says, you know what, it's not working, I feel like, it's just always something. And MM is like, well, that sounds passive aggressive. I'd never do anything to intentionally hurt you or don't speak for me. I can speak for myself. MM, and you're the queen of passive aggressive. You just make my life horrible. You make me feel bad. I'm terrible. And he's over here pouting the entire time. And this is when Dr. Pia decides to say, oh, is this what happens? Like, so you mean to tell me you guys never moved back into the apartment? Hell no. Because to what does Dr. Pia want, Tyra? And what did you think of Ikechi as he comes in?
Dr. Pia wants ratings for this show. She wants the mess to continue because if she was a real Dr. Pia, she would be instructing NM to distance herself from this unsafe situation and from this unsafe man. This lack of stability. Like, I'm more alarmed and concerned with MM at this point because I am triggered at the factor of her not being able to recognize, like, how you don't recognize when somebody hates you. It's past this, like. Baby, like this man really don't like you. He despises you. You sit there with a straight face and go, I want to work on this marriage. I want this marriage. I'm a wife. He's a husband until we're not that anymore. Like, what the hell are you talking about? I just don't know. Like, does he need to flash you, moon you? Like, what? There's just a fine line between what he like the escalation beyond how he's treating you is physically hurting you. Like I just don't know what would you need to see. I don't know. It's just really bad, and I just feel like she doesn't know who she is, and she's not really standing on who she is to know that I don't need this, I don't deserve this, and you really don't deserve me. You're not even on my level. Like, but she's not that. It's just continue like pouring into him, and like I don't get it. He looks like a hostage.
You really did.
He looks like a hostage. Like, oh my God, he looks triggered. He looks like this is a hostage situation and somebody's forcing him to be here. And the moment Dr. Pierre or these cameras move, this lady is going to pounce on me and violate me for a second time. Don't leave me alone with her. I don't trust her. I didn't even want to be next to her. I barely wanted to go on a date. I couldn't even call her when I got to where I was going with my mama because, girl, forbid you thought you was going to meet my mama. Girl, I don't even want to sleep with you. You gonna be my mom? Like, even the fact that she wanted to. But then we can go from this and say, hey, dog, bruh, let's go play these video games. I'm gonna whoop your ass. What?
But she was always the homie. That's the one concession he made. You know, she's the homie, but he hasn't even treated her like a friend. If we're being honest,
No,
I
not at
wouldn't.
all. This is desperate. You want to go play some video? Yes. Let him finish the statement before you say yes. You want to go? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Any crumbs, anything you give me from up underneath that goddamn baseball cap and out of the lint out of the pockets of that denim jacket, Emem is gonna take it. Why? Why, Emem? Why? Like, it's like at this point you're just asking for it, and how long are we supposed to like? Oh, not this black girl. No, I only got so much. At this point, distance yourself from this man. He has how many times shown you exactly who he is, and you take a pity date across the street at the damn
I know, right?
arcade.
At the arcade,
Girl. It's somebody he was
and
sending
that
mixed
was
signals. Did we just
it.
were the mixed signals in the room with us?
Girl, never, never, never. This man hates you. This man reviles you. This man said he detests you. That's what he said. He said detest. That's
Yeah.
what he said. This man hates your stinking guts. You are the scum between his toes. I don't know how much more clear he could ever make it. He won't even look you in your face. Oh, he won't even sit by you on a couch. He won't, like, he does his best to be on the opposite side of anywhere that you are. I think her very presence does something to him. I don't know if it's in his inadequacy. I don't know if it's the gout or the cankles, ma'am. I don't know if it's that his joggers are too tight and they're high waters and he can't wade through like her greatness. I don't know what it is, but it scares me because I say if a man will do this to you on international television, what would he do to someone in real life? It scares me. I feel like he need to be in somebody's intensive outpatient facility and getting help for these mother wounds that he has from his childhood before he's inflicted on someone in the real world. I feel like he is dangerous. He has not only defamed her and continues to double down on her being a predator. In the after show, had the audacity, gall, unmitigated gall, to say that she was humping on him.
Humping.
And I said, is she what we say last night? Is she tripping out on you? Like, is she like how is she? I said, how is she humping on you? Like, what is she's hunching your leg like a dog? Like, what is it, sir? But he is just so violated in every moment, and he continues to project that not considering that she's a professional. Like we know that you the school counselor or whatever, okay, you might clean the bathrooms. I don't know what you do. You might teach a creative writing class after school. You might be a tutor. We don't know what you do. We haven't got to the financial part of the season where we look at bank statements and you're conveniently ducking out before then. But I just it scares me, Tyra, because who is Ikechi in real life?
He's a troubled individual. Like, I think because the only time he showed some teeth here and the happiest he was when he was presenting any facets of that book. I should hope that you didn't really think you getting on here was like, oh, this is gonna up my book sales. Like, what? Because you fought to get here, and then you get here and act like you don't know the ins and outs of the show, and that you were gonna have to answer questions as a partner, as a husband, as a man. Hey, do you like me? Hey, do you eventually want to have sex? What kind of dates? What do you want to do? Like, are you gonna want? Stop pressuring me. You just always want what you want. You ain't can't never be in the moment. What are you talking about? You walk up to this man and say, "Hey, is it raining outside?" Oh, girl, could you? Oh
Oh,
my! Why? Why? Why are you being this way? Why? Why are you
exacerbating.
It's strange, and then it's just like, because at first I thought it was just like, oh, her means, oh, maybe she's out of my league. Like, I'm feeling inadequate. Like, I'm just whatever. It's bigger than that. Like, something's wrong with you, man. You have some internal things and some emotional
Oh yeah.
things that you need to deal with before you become anybody's husband, whether she your unicorn or not.
Because he ain't everybody cup of tea, but he's somebody's gin and
Crown,
tonic. What do you say? He's somebody.
crown and coke. Crown and
Oh,
coke.
crown and coke, demon. I said he's of his father, the devil. He's here to steal, kill, and destroy. He wants to ruin, embarrass, degrade this woman. That's what he wants to do. But hey, MM, if that's what you want, sis, because she jumped bad. Yes, I'll go to the arcade with
Yeah.
you. Are you going to pay for the games? I'll
Yeah.
pay. It's okay.
I'm
Because I
book
ain't seen
your
him
ass.
spend $1.
You wanna go play some video games? So and then the after show, like, oh, that was like just petty. Like, I was just, in the mall, that pressure, everybody. I really didn't want to go nowhere with her ass. Like,
Lord have mercy. TG, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. MM's face is like me watching the Aaliyah biopic. Okay.
Oh, child, ain't no dude. We don't speak of that. Nobody talks about that.
Thank you so much, LS, for the $2 super chat. I don't like the look of that. I don't. I'm disturbed by his presence in general because I really think at his core he's rotten. And I hate to say that about anyone, but everything he's done has been so calculated and so intentional. And of course, we're going to get to the divorce paper here after we get done with this next couple, honey. Listen, Michelle and David, and it's more lies and more lies and more lies. Because if when all else fails, Grumpy Bear is going to tell a lie. The basement dwelling second shift job having fool is going to lie every single time. Okay. So we know that as the last episode ended, Michelle got Denise's number, honey. She got cousin Denise's phone number and texted her, called her and said, listen, was he texting you? You look so fine. I want to eat you up. And she said, no, that wasn't me. And I told him he was dead wrong. And I wasn't going up behind him with this foolishness. I know I'm his favorite cousin, but he's dead a wrong. And so now David wants to book a meeting with Michelle to explain himself further. Michelle said, listen, you done already said all that you said, all that you said. What else do you have to say? Well, I got to say more. Listen, yes, it was me. It wasn't about food. It wasn't my cousin. It was a message to Tiffany. Yeah, because I wasn't getting what I needed. I thought if I gave him what he needed, he would give me what I needed. Yeah, no, no, sir. And he said, all of the truths that you were telling me, it was just hard to handle. Oh, but I thought you thought my truths were sexy. You said it turned you on, David. You said it got you hot in all the right spots. And he says, well, I was just going through. She says, listen, you're a liar. You're a liar. I don't believe anything you're saying. She later has a meeting with MM and is like, I think it's Madison. Listen, because Michelle, we might as well call her Detective Private Eye Michelle, Detective Michelle. Tyra, talk to me. Talk to me about Michelle and David and his lies continuing on.
Why was he out of breath? I just
He was.
the windedness in the lies for me. You know what? I have to be honest. It was it was a plate of food. It was my cousin. Damn, he's such a bad liar, which is why that lie tracked. Like it was messed up when it came out of your mouth the first time. You said you so damn fine. I can't wait to eat you up, to a plate of food that your cousin sent you. Make it make sense, David. Then you get up here like you work your second shift job, ate a couple tacos, ran up a flight of stairs because the elevator was down, and then come in here and tell us lies about some heifer named Tiffany who does not exist. Like, yeah, like for me, it's Michelle just keeping. Michelle has both knees, feet, and hands on David's neck. Like everything. Everything's on his neck because she's like, I'm gonna let you finish, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's a lie. You're lying. You're liar.
I'm here for it. Can I be honest? I love it. I love it, Tyra.
It's just fuel for this fire because she already did not like David. She didn't like him. She didn't like you as a man, as a person. Definitely not as a potential husband or companion. That was already out the window. She was just biding time and regretting the decision that she wasn't detailed enough to say, no, I don't want somebody in the basement. Let me not just focus on light skin and, black man. And yeah, I should have added some more things in there. I didn't. And this is what I got. I'm going to have my little time with this genie and his, pompadour ponytail, just curls dangling in my face. And then I'm going to go on my way. Yeah. She was trying. You gave her fuel. She's gonna gnaw at this like a dog with a bone. You gave Michelle some fuel when she already didn't like you, when she was already just downtrodden, disrespecting you as a man, as a person the entire time. Went in your little frat apartment, like, oh, this is your man. This is where you live. This is where you busting him down. You think I'm gonna be living in here? You're gonna be busting me down in this poorhouse? You got another thing coming. You will not bring me back down to the simple life. Okay, I refuse. You gave her some ammo. And she is never going to let this go. But it's like, if you're going to come in here, I think he's here on behalf of Madison because everybody's just a little too close to figuring out what's going on. I don't think he had any interest of coming here and saying anything if it wasn't for that. They're just trying to clean up to throw, I'm not even going to say Allan, throw Michelle and whomever else, Carla, people off the set because people know that they ducking off somewhere.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong, Queen. And that's what I said. Because everybody affiliated with this, Michelle is going to be on a personal mission to take them down. Like, she's not going to play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. And we will get into the retreat in just a moment. But, I mean, Madison's bad. Madison is bad when she is put on the table. She is not cool under pressure. I believe you totally that this was a damage control mission sent by Madison to, you need to clean this up and don't implicate me. So make up, whatever name you need to, because I know Michelle. Michelle is vindictive, and I'm here for all of this because what you would never. So here's Michelle's story, y'all. They fixed her up. And again, she was very shallow with her ask. She wanted a tall, light-skinned black man. That was what we saw as far as what she wanted. And she got her preference, right? Just like he got his preference. That's why I didn't feel too bad for him. Because, baby, this is what you wanted, right, King? This is what you wanted. But here's the thing. The experts, everybody gaslit her into believing that it was acceptable for this mid-30s, early 40s man to be living in his mama's basement, working this second shift job without a savings to speak of and no plans to move out on his own. They made her feel like she was wrong for wanting a man who was gainfully employed and was self-sufficient. That was not a tough ask. That was not unreasonable. Now her behavior, her nastiness, the emphasis and the repetition of it all, yes, it was aggravating. It was aggravating as hell, but let's not get it twisted. Michelle told no lies, all right? And quiet as it's kept, she wasn't wrong, because who would want that? At her age, at this age, they are not 18, 19, 20 somethings, right? These are people who are seeking out for marriage, and he gets there talking about he ain't got no savings and won't be able to get into a walk-up 2-bedroom apartment for 2 years? BFR, y'all. Like, it's unacceptable. Darfelina, yes, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Demon is accurate. Thank you, sis, because that's what I felt in my spirit. I said, oh, he's from the enemy. He's... Thank you so much, TNT Bandits, for the $2 super chat. So Tiffany is Madison's middle name, basically. I'm sure. Or poor Tiffany caught a stray. Like...
Tiffany was probably the girl who she got her, man. She got her. She with somebody. I was just giving her coffee. Like, maybe that's who Tiffany was.
Well, shout out to all the people who are here in the building. We appreciate you so, so much. And y'all know that February is still Black History Month, whether some people choose to accept it or not. And we here at the Collective are going to be celebrating. So I'm going to let you guys know what we have going on this month. And we will be back to talk about the rest of Married at First Sight.
And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black. I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. And I'm blickety black, 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 y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than...
Oh, it makes me feel so black.
Be sure to join us, y'all. It's going to be a good time. And the first open watch along will be tomorrow night. So make sure you have access to Malcolm X. We're going to be here for all 3+ hours live reacting to Malcolm X. Okay. So
I'm so nervous.
Just be thou prepared. It's going to be a good time. Okay. Easing on down this road, we are now at the retreat, which the producers and these editors made us to believe was going to be this whole episode, was really, in fact, the last 10-15 minutes of the episode. And so it's the couples retreat. And if you are a longtime MAFS fan, you know this is where all the couples get together. They commiserate. They're having a good time. They're eating. They're doing all the things. We get to the retreat. And my boy Allan, listen, he's going to do what Allan does. He's going to be the host with the most. Do you hear me? He's chopping salads. He's preparing hors d'oeuvres. He's serving shots. He's checking on Emem and making sure that Ikechi won't be there so they can have a good time, because Allan knows the vibes. You know what I'm saying? He knows the deal. So we are ready to lock in. And immediately, Ray Charles could see what was going on, Tyra, in my opinion. From the time David arrived, Madison was... And Michelle's sitting on the couch. I
Mhm.
see you hoes. I see you hoes. And so, we're sitting there, we're sitting down to eat, and who walks in but the Cankle King? But the Cankle King of Chicago with his divorce paper. Tyra, talk to me about the utter disrespect and stunt of it all. Because he just wanted a scene. He just wanted a scene and a reaction, baby.
Why? Why you couldn't print out three more sheets of paper, huh? You could print out. You didn't have enough of that. Like where did you get this singular sheet of divorce paper? Like you can look up a divorce, but you can get something off of Google. Like be serious. This was very unserious. I told you when this happened, the way that they edit, I was like, girl, sign them papers, get away from this man. I don't got time for this energy. He's giving you what you need, sis. Like, y'all in this little cafe, he's rolling up on you. Sign it and get this man out your face. I did not know that we were going to travel all the way to a retreat because it was some distance. We had to spend all that time in the episode just getting to the damn retreat. You came all the way here to bring this paper. You didn't speak to nobody. You didn't try to, like, your energy is unnecessary and unwarranted. Like, you tried to do the same thing here that you did at the previous dinner and monopolize and ruin the moment for everybody. Have M run off and she's crying and she's emotional. I'm glad that she's at least beyond that, but at least coming here with a real purpose. You jean jacket wearing gremlin. You came in here with a singular sheet of paper and a green folder. It said, yeah, just them all, this technical. Just sign it, girl. Sign it anywhere. Like, I need to be away from you immediately that bad. Even to the factor of you signing this paper that probably doesn't mean a damn thing. Like, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Like, this is disturbing and it's just disgusting. You need a moment that bad to tear her down. As if you've had multiple moments. That's been your Discord, the whole show. All 14 episodes. That's all you've done. You had that little brief moment of, my queen, my unicorn, my whatever at that damn wedding. And then after that, we're scooting to the other damn side of the bed. We're letting it be known on the honeymoon. She really low-key one of the homies. Like, I ain't there yet. It's going to take some. Yeah. You never liked her. You never liked her.
Never.
And instead of admitting that, you go, you completely diminish what she's done, her education, her home. It's whatever because I ain't shit and I don't got nothing. I need you to, I'm going to project. I need you to feel how I'm feeling because I'm feeling inadequate as a person. Maybe I'm not where I want to be because that goddamn book ain't selling. Okay. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I feel like you've embarrassed her enough. But the fact that you rolled up here, I'm so glad because if she would have ran off in another bathroom and cried, I'm like, oh, MM, please. I'm hoping that she's meaning what she's saying and she's standing on business. I'll give you the divorce, but I want to make sure I know what I'm signing and it's actual factual and it's more than one goddamn sheet of paper. And she said, this is one of 4. You brought me a divorce paper. A divorce paper. Yeah, I'm not signing this. And you and your little jean jacket and your hermit crab hat and your cankles, get the hell out of here. He needs to go and pop whatever little insulin diabetic I don't know. He needs to go. Maybe something's off. Maybe something's off with him. That hypertension is really cutting off the circulation to his brain and it's malfunctioning. I don't know. Get that damn medication out of your JanSport backpack and make it right. Because this is ridiculous. And then you walk out like you did some. Woo! Oh God, I
feel free now.
I feel like I did what needs to. Somebody had to do it. I ain't never got to see her again after this. Like, as if anybody wanted to see you. Nobody wants you here. Nobody.
It's this inflated sense of self. If that's what it is, it's projected. But definitely this was to cause harm. And I had to watch the episode back. I watched it back just before this live again. Because Bae hadn't watched it yet. And I was like, I'll sit here with you and watch it for a moment. And something I didn't catch when we watched it last night was she says, after she says the whole thing about, I'm still a married woman until I'm not. She says, because I've dealt with worse men than this.
Oh,
that's insane. She says it like almost immediately after that whole thing. It's either after the dinner with Michelle or right before it. And I'm thinking to myself, what horrific experiences have you had in life that would make Ikechi still look like an option after he's treated you this way. That scares me so bad. She's like, I've dealt with worse. Every man deals with something, and I've dealt with worse men than Ikechi. That was heartbreaking for me. That's wild work, Tyra. Somebody worse than Ikechi?
That explains a lot. That
It
explains a lot
does.
as to why she was like, "Oh, this I can tolerate. This is nothing." Like that's sad.
I can't imagine the disrespect she's endured. Like, and it's sick and it's sad. Cause it's like you would rather cling on to this half a nothing piece of Negro than to, I mean, be alone and love yourself. Like pour into yourself until the right one comes along. There is no way I could ever subject myself to a person like a Keiichi. Like I said, I feel like he's dangerous. And if he's dangerous, Tyra, who else could she have been dealing with?
I don't know. That's the homework of the people who get these folks together to be on these shows. I don't think they do any extensive work or homework on these people, and we just put them, or maybe they do, and they want the problematic, unresolved, toxic history, whether it's relationships or family related, and put these people in a relationship, and roll the cameras, waiting for the worst to happen for a rating situation. Like that's neither one of their states are okay. I've been said, like, I feel like something's off as far as her knowing her self-worth and her self-esteem maybe being low. And that's probably a result of her being in such, poor relationships. And he is clearly not okay. He wants
Not
to
in the
hurt
least.
her. He wants to hurt her and embarrass him because he feels all he does is project. He feels hurt and embarrassed.
Mhm.
He feels hurt and he feels embarrassed. I think he's embarrassed by her means and him feeling like it was all the way down to the little, like, oh, you just bought all the party stuff and the taco stuff. You ain't asked me if I want to. Even those small things were an issue. And then it's just like, oh, you got me on here and sexually whatever to me, and now I really feel emasculated. Let me embarrass you before I make my exit out of this marriage. He looks bad. He looks
Yeah,
terrible. And she
terrible.
just
Talk
looks
about.
she looks like she needs a little bit more time before she's considering marrying anybody. You need to love yourself first.
Yeah, baby. Because if you were willing to chase after what's tantamount to abuse, honestly, public humiliation, like he's disrespected you, he's called you out of your name. Like, there's just, Darvelina, thank you so much. Yes, Black History. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, sis. We appreciate you so, so much. But yeah, that broke me down when I heard that because I did not hear that last night. Easing on down this road though, lies, deceptions, and secrets all at the dinner table because now he feels like he need to make a public apology and still steady lying. Yeah, you guys, I stepped out, I sent the text, but it was because she wouldn't give me what I needed. She ain't kissed me since the wedding day. Michelle says, hold on. Madison, Allan, have y'all kissed in the mouth since the wedding day? Madison says, let's stay out of this. Allan says, well, our situation's different. David says, Allan, bruh, if I was you, I would stay out of it. I said, oh, we got smoke across the table. And my thing is, Allan, you can't see? You can't see this ain't about this, but this is about this. And then Madison looking like, I don't want to be a part. Let me get up and get my stuff. I got to get out of here. Why you running for, sis? Why you running from? Whore Babylon, why you running, tramp? No, you was big and bad when you was spread eagle somewhere with the Dingaling King over there. How? Why we scared now, Tyra? Why Madison scared now?
Deception, disgrace. If this is terrible, this is awful. Like the hit dog gonna holla every time. Like, girl, ain't nobody even mentioned nothing for you to get up. Oh, I'm not doing. I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm getting my stuff. I'm leaving because I don't need. What are you leaving for? Why? Like, y'all didn't even let Michelle get her full statement out or really allow Allan to answer before. Hey, Allan, I think you might want to. Might want to what? Because what you gonna do?
That's what I was trying to figure
I
out.
wish you would touch Allan. I wish you would. I swear. We will ride at dawn. Who you touching? Grumpy Bear? Who are you touching? Like, please do not. If that grizzly bear tries to get in Allan's face over Madison, I swear. Like, no. Go ahead, Reese.
Over this other man's wife. Like, how you mad? I stay out of this if I was you. Why? Why, bruh?
This is my woman. It's not yours, right? girl, guilty as hell. Michelle knows. Michelle wants to play. Michelle has a violin. She has a drum set over there, some trumpets, a saxophone. She's living her best life. Like I'm gonna orchestrate this whole situation. Michelle is just sitting there, like, let me see how long they're gonna lie. Let me see how long they're gonna lie and see how long it takes for the other group, especially Allan, to figure things out because they're clearly he's sleeping with her and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows that you over there sleeping with Dina. Like everybody knows this. And instead of just admitting it, you're gonna ruin this retreat for everybody and lie. You still gonna lie.
Still
And then
gonna
we
lie.
have the whole scene of the next episode of Madison hanging out on a date with Allan for what? Like I'm gonna need Allan to wake up. Wake up,
Oh,
please.
he is. He gonna wake up. My baby gonna wake up. It's just late. I'm like, the Lord sent you dreams, sir. You was dreaming about this hooker cheating on you. Now you're confronted, and David trying to get bad with you for what? Stay out of this, bro. You want to stay out. Why are you so mad? That this wasn't the David we met initially. This wasn't the docile basement dwelling David from before. What happened to that one from yesteryear? What happened to I'ma take it? Yes, sir, master balls. I'ma take it, Miss Daisy. Now you want to get big and bad with everybody at the table, sir? Like, bop that ponytail somewhere else. I didn't like it. And Madison, girl, you ain't got no calm. You couldn't go on a crime spree. Who's gonna be his body? Who's gonna be body to his Clyde, Tyra? Because she gonna roll over. Madison ain't good at this. Not in this way. She good when it's just her and Allison, but not in front of a crowd, honey. She wasn't ready for this.
No, because she still wants to like. Oh, I'm a girl's girl. It's like I would never like who he sent that message to who like who Michelle like who would he like she wants to maintain that appearance in front of the other girls. So when the happening happens, she's gonna break down. Well, Allan was just I want to see how she's gonna spend it. Are we gonna spend it to where I've just been called beautiful so much in my life, and everybody just assumes that I had a vulnerable. I feel very attacked right now. Like, ma'am, if Madison brings out those white woman tears, I swear.
Oh, you know they're coming. She can't help but bring them out. That's what she can't. And I hope Michelle gives her everything she needs because Michelle's sitting there like, yeah, Madison, I wasn't quite sure before, but you just proved it. Keisha on the after show gonna say, why you think she was mad, Michelle? I said, I guess because that was her man. I guess because David was her man the whole time. I guess so. Pretty Girl says, I wanted to get to this comment because I do think that this is important to discuss because we do see black people, black women, namely within the diaspora, from West Africa, from the islands that do participate and do act like Emem has been demonstrating on the show. I feel like her background plays a lot into this as well. She's Nigerian, isn't she? She is. In some cases across the black diaspora, West Indian, Caribbean, African cultures, it's encouraged for women to stay. And the only piece of information, I mean, we know that Emem is Nigerian. We know that her father passed, but we also know that the father was very, I don't want to say controlling, but he dominated her moves, which is why she hadn't gotten married up to this point. It was about school, it was about career, it was about building that. And she said while her daddy was alive, she listened to her daddy, like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do. So I do know that those are more male, dominated cultures for the most part. What do you think, Tyra? Did that play a role?
Absolutely. Like even with how she maybe feels like she deserves this. Like, oh, this is just par for the course. As long as he's, a good husband sometimes, treats me well sometimes, and most of the time over there he needs to be a provider too, but clearly that's not important. That's not important. But yeah, I could most definitely see it. Even just the toxicity of it all. Like, oh, this is normal. I'm just supposed to keep fighting for when he treats me the way I deserve to be treated, and then we'll be settled and just married and have children, and everything will be cool then. Like, no, you're not supposed to take this off of anybody.
No, that's like the equivalency of struggle love. Like, I'm going to struggle through this for these 20 years. Yeah, he can beat me. He can talk crazy to me. He can have babies. He can have 5, 10 kids on me. He can have a whole other family somewhere else. But we've been together for 50 years. We've been together for 50 years, baby. That's not a love I would wish on my worst enemy. That's not, because it's not love, y'all. It's not. I hate to say it. That's not being abused, mistreated, disrespected for any length of time is never okay in the hopes that he'll change one day. When he gets old and decrepit, he'll stop hoeing around. Like it's not okay, y'all. And everybody deserves better. I hope everybody who hears this knows that you deserve better. You're worth
Because
more
she
than that.
internalize it. She every time she apologizes, like I didn't mean to make you feel. It's never my intention to make you feel down on yourself or like you didn't do anything. What are you apologizing for, Eminem? But maybe she's been apologizing in all of her relationships up until this one too.
I hate it. TG, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Hit dogs are hollering. Oh, I'm sorry. What did I say?
Because I said it.
That's what. Did you say it? Okay. I'm like, why is it in my.
Dogs are nothing more than scrubs. Hashtag TLC.
Thank you for reading because I can't clearly.
Thank you, sweetie.
But yeah, no, I just want y'all to know that while there's nothing wrong with compromise in relationship, there should be a baseline and a boundary that everybody has as it relates to your personal safety, your sexual safety, your emotional health. All of those things are important. And listen, what Lauren said, respect is just a minimum. Period. That's like the literal base of it all. But I'm off my soapbox, y'all. But I mean that thing. I mean it. And if you want to talk about coming to Discord, I'll make a whole little thing. We can, if you need encouragement, honey, to leave, I'll help you. Easing on down the road. Carla knows something. I know something you don't know. Carla is the keeper of secrets. Do you hear me? What did you think about her on the after show? Because basically she was out that night of the alleged text. She was out with Madison. They were partying. Madison said she wanted it just to be a girls' night, so they dumped Allan, apparently. And they get there, and Carla says, next thing I know, David done popped up. Next thing I know, they gone about 5-6 songs. They said, Michelle did the calculation. She said, oh, that's about 25-30 minutes. And then she said they re-emerged out the crowd. And Keisha said, well, Carla, why didn't you say anything? She said, I didn't know it was my place to say. I didn't see him do anything. I just saw them gone together. And Madison said she had lost her phone. Does Carla know more than she's letting on, Tyra? Was Carla complicit?
Carla knows. Like, Carla... When we saw Carla's face when they all were sitting in that studio 2 episodes ago, and Michelle first brought up the text, and Carla was like, "Girl, that ain't all that's happening. Girl, you late. They been hanging out." Like, she knows, but I think with Carla's. I don't think Carla's like, and I don't even like that word because I feel like it's real. Like, she's not. I'm a girls, like, because like if Camille saw, oh yeah. So it is so Michelle. Indeed, it was. Oh, gone, girl, gone. 30 minutes worth of songs. I don't know where. Like, yeah, I thought it was inappropriate, and I felt that you should know. Carla is not, woman to woman. I feel like you should know. Like, I didn't feel like it was a good look. I feel like you should confront the situation. I can't confirm anything, but it did look suspect. No, Carla isn't that. Carla's like, girl, I got enough to deal with one show and his punch on mustache. Okay, I'm definitely not getting what I want out of this experience. Clearly, we all aren't. She'll find out when she does, but Carla definitely knows that something's amiss.
Oh yeah. And I got you, Miss Honey. Absolutely. But yeah, so Carla also says though, right, during the after show, I felt like she called Ikechi on the carpet more than Keisha did because she says, no, you came there with the intention to embarrass her. Like, let's call a thing a thing. This wasn't to get it out your system and I just needed it to be over. No, you needed a last hurrah. You wanted to pull a last stunt. And I was like, okay, Carla, you better call him out.
But he can be confronted all day between Keisha, if Michelle got something to say, if Carla has something to say, if it's Emem, no, oh girl, you just like you're so calm on the after show when you're being confronted. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Very calm. Well, the first after show he did try to get bad with Keisha. She was like, hold on, slow down, 10 speed, like relax. Don't pull out the 9, Jamal. Like slow it down. But yeah, to wrap this all up, I'm leaving. And Allan, you stay out of this.
Girl,
Uh,
like, stay out of this. So see, he's just that much of a non-factor. Alan, you stay out of this. Even though I'm actually not even asked a question. All I said was, hey, well, what about you? Have you guys kissed and sure? Because I'm seeing a lot of similarities. Oh, no. What you're not going to do is this. I'm getting the hell out of here. I will pack both of my raggedy duffel bags and get the hell out of here before you confront me about anything. And Alan, you stay out. Like, what are you talking about? She asked us a question. Have you guys kissed since the wedding? Well, no, our situation.
totally different.
You might want to slow your roll. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, David? What exactly are you gonna do? Because you've been masquerading as a good man Savannah with no job for how many episodes? All lies. All lies. Got people out here in the community feeling sorry for you, trying to justify the fact that you live in the goddamn basement. No. Cause no, like we're not doing that. Like, I don't want no beef, no nothing. Just own up to what you did and what you've been doing and what you're gonna continue to do. Clearly, don't gaslight me and don't act like I'm delusional. Michelle is gonna pounce on you real soon. Okay, you
Oh,
better be
baby.
glad. You better be glad she don't lay hands. I don't think she lay
Yeah.
hands. Because if she did, she's gonna get to it, and that's just gonna be that. You're coming to the point where you can't lie anymore. So why just bring this on? If y'all want to go be with each other, baby, just go do that. Michelle Show don't give
Yeah.
a damn. She just wants y'all to know I was
Oh, yeah.
I was right
Mhm.
all along, and I
I
know
was
what you've been doing. Especially when she like zeroes in and like it's confirmed that it's Madison. Because I don't know why she was like, David, yeah, I can't trust him as far I already. But I just maybe he's the one that was, pursuing and calling, and she didn't
Yeah, because I
reciprocate. Like,
can't see
I
he's not her type. Like
don't know what
she couldn't possibly want David.
you putting Madison on a pedestal for. No, it's the same. It's the same. Like, it's that. But she was like coinciding, like, oh well, we're just, I can see him going for her because we're just like, we're very similar. So my standard and her standard have to be the same, and I wouldn't touch David if he was on fire. So I don't know what she could possibly,
She knows he lives in the basement, right? Like she knows he's alone.
right? She knows she has to sleep, foot to nose next to a keg, right? She knows that everything's in one room, right? She knows that, right? She knows that he has no prospects and no savings to get any kind of home or, cohabitate until like 2 more years, right? Yeah, she knows he wears those jeggings, right? Like,
Those jorts.
those shorts.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Oh
she can't
boy.
conceive of it. But yeah, and I mean Madison deserves everything that's coming to her. And I said it in my video. Madison will surely reap what she's sown because it's been so despicable in my mind. Because the intention has been to do harm because there's no way you cheat with someone in the cast. There's no way you do this on international television. There's no way, even if you guys had a polite attraction, whatever, you say we can't do this, like we can't do that. Alan doesn't deserve this. As nasty as Michelle has been, she doesn't deserve this either. Like we can be together, just not right now. What is 8 weeks in the whole scheme of things? And how I feel about it, leave, tramp, leave, get up and leave then, and show the world how guilty you are. Show the world how despicable you are with those dark roots. I think it's time for a touch up. It's beyond me. And then when Michelle says, well, Alan, would you be texting other women just because Madison hasn't kissed you since? Oh, never.
Oh, never.
Because Alan's a good man, a reputable man, a good man, Savannah. The only good man. Well, outside of Thomas. Let me put it right there. But you guys, that's this. That was this. That was the episode. That was Married at First Sight. Tyra, what were your overall thoughts, and are you looking forward to anything in episode 15?
Girl, overall thoughts. David said 8 weeks or 8 weeks too long. It's my white woman and I need it now. Get her over here now. I can't. You want me to go? Look, now. You want me to go through withdrawals over here waiting on Michelle? I gotta get somebody. I'm leaving here with something, okay? I can't wait for next week. Like, what we're getting next week is what I thought we were getting this week. Like, they stretched this out more than they needed to here and really are building up the tension that we're going to get in the next episode. And we see, above all else, Alan pops off. Because I need Alan to wake up. I want to see his state after he figures out she's who you thought she was, first of all, this entire time, because you know you had inklings, and
Party girl.
you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. I just hope that he knows his worth, and it's just like, you know what, she wasn't the one. I really, you know, I'm acting. What he call himself? You know, I'm a triple OG king. You know, I'm a real yeah. You know, I'm really acting out of character, trying to change myself and do all these things. And I'm sure he'll be emotional, but I'm hoping at least by that next episode he's coming up out of it. I hope they garner around him support. I want Michelle to wreak havoc.
So do I.
To shake all the tables in the house, because this is what she's waiting. Like, it's one thing for her to think like, oh, like really, David, but you know, it's you. What else should I expect? But then if it's like Madison, you girl, we don't do that. Do you know who we are? Are you serious? Like, I can't wait for that revelation, because she's there. I think she just needs confirmation. But yeah, I want to see that. I want to see if she has some energy for Madison. And I want to see like what I really want to see what unfolds as far as Camille and Thomas, even though I'm sure the focus will be on everyone else. But I want to hope that this isn't like stifling their relationship, and they just really have a conversation. Say, hey, when our leases are up, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. It's really not that deep.
Yeah, that's what I mean, they're so dry. I can be honest with you. I don't give a damn about them in this next episode. I want to see the works. I want to see Michelle on her campaign, because you know she's gonna pull everybody to the side. So don't you think that's interesting, Carla? You were there that night, right? What do you remember about that night? What were they wearing? Alan, does Madison have David's, and does David have Madison's number? Like, I'm here for this whole campaign that's gonna happen in the yes.
So
because she's gonna drag it. She's gonna drag it.
Like, yeah, well, you know, David is partial to Axe body spray. This is the thing. You ever smell Axe body spray on Madison when she comes through the door?
And you said she's been staying out late recently, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, those hours? You know, normally that's when David works his second shift job.
Yeah. I mean, she pulls out, and we see in the preview she pulls Madison to the side, like, "Huh? Do you think did he send you that message?" Well,
you think she's gonna lie? I think she's still gonna lie right there.
Michelle said, "That's an interesting response. Will you just say absolutely not? I don't talk to David like that." It was like, well,
no, I don't think so.
I can't wait. I'm here. Listen, Tyra's must be stopped, okay? I'm in stitches. It's my white woman, and I need it now.
Every single time. I'm leaving here with my blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman. I don't care what the hell's going on this show. I'm leaving here with something. Y'all promised me a white woman, okay? When I signed that contract to do this show, y'all promised me a white woman. And I want her, okay? I don't care who the hell it is.
I want my white woman, and I want her now.
Yeah, okay, cover up now. I don't care. Ruth, she's blonde. She's blonde right now. I don't even care. You know what?
She's blonde adjacent. Listen,
blonde
she's blonde adjacent.
Y'all, promises were made. Okay, deliver.
Okay, y'all. Well, that was it. That was the episode. That was our thoughts. I need it on a t-shirt. I want my white woman, and I want her now. But you guys, I'm going to leave you with the TV guide. Don't forget, we will be back tomorrow and the next day and the day after that and the day after that. So make sure you're subscribed to both myself and Struggle Reviews TV. Please make sure that you have the notification bell hit so that you don't miss anything, because we're dropping content and lives, and we're just doing all of the things. We love y'all real, real bad, and we will leave you with our TV guide. Have a great night, guys.
Damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come close, some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real live boogie and a real live hold down. Don't be a Bitch, come take it to the floor now. Woo. One step